Can the wealthiest countries escape their fertility crisis? The United States has recently reported a historic low in its fertility rate, which now stands at approximately 1.6 children per woman. It's significantly below the replacement rate of 2.1 needed to maintain population levels. This decline is not confined to the US. Nearly all wealthy nations are grappling with similar challenges. For instance, countries like Japan and South Korea have even lower rates, hovering around 1.3 and 0.8 respectively. This stark contrast highlights a broader issue. As wealth increases, birth rates tend to decrease, leading to potential demographic crises across the globe. Two significant trends have emerged. While the global population continues to rise, birth rates are plummeting. The world saw its population grow from 2.5 billion in 1950 to over 8 billion today. Yet, alongside this growth, many countries are experiencing declining fertility rates that threaten to reverse these gains. Historically, concerns about overpopulation dominated discussions about global demographics. Countries like China implemented strict policies, such as the one-child policy, to curb growth. However, as we now understand, these fears were largely unfounded. The reality is that many nations are now facing the opposite problem: insufficient births to sustain their populations. One of the key factors contributing to this decline is increased life expectancy. People are living longer than ever before, which creates a pressing need for workers to support an aging population. The implications of these low birth rates are profound and multifaceted. As populations age and the number of working-age individuals declines, countries will face significant economic challenges that could reshape their futures. One of the most pressing issues is the looming labor shortages that many nations are already beginning to experience. With fewer young people entering the workforce, industries reliant on a steady influx of workers, such as healthcare, education, and technology, may struggle to fill essential positions. This shortage can lead to increased wages as employers compete for a dwindling pool of talent, ultimately driving up costs for businesses and consumers alike. In addition to labor shortages, countries will also face increased pressure on their social welfare systems. As the proportion of elderly citizens rises, governments will find themselves needing to allocate more resources to pensions, healthcare services, and other forms of support for retirees. This shift not only strains public finances, but also raises concerns about sustainability. For instance, in Japan, projections indicate that by 2030, nearly 40% of the population will be over 65 years old. This demographic shift means that fewer workers will be contributing to social security systems, while a growing number of retirees will be drawing benefits. Such imbalances can lead to higher taxes for the working population or cuts in benefits for retirees, both of which can further discourage young couples from having children. The interconnectedness of these issues creates a cycle that is difficult to break. As birth rates decline and populations age, the economic challenges become increasingly complex and urgent. Several reasons underpin this fertility decline. Cost of living. It has surged in recent years, driven by factors such as inflation, increased housing prices, and rising costs for essential goods and services. Families with children are particularly vulnerable. They face higher expenses due to the need for more resources, more mouths to feed, more clothes to buy, and more activities to fund. According to recent studies, families with children are significantly more likely to experience financial hardship compared to those without children. Housing affordability. Skyrocketing housing prices are another critical factor preventing young couples from purchasing homes and settling down. In many urban areas, the cost of buying or renting a home has outpaced wage growth, making it increasingly difficult for young adults to afford adequate living space. When young couples struggle to secure affordable housing, they often postpone decisions about marriage and children, key milestones in family formation. The lack of stable housing not only affects their immediate living situation, but also influences their long-term fertility decisions. Childcare expenses. The costs associated with childcare can be exorbitant, often consuming a significant portion of a family's budget. With both parents often needing to work full-time to make ends meet, the challenge of finding affordable childcare becomes even more pressing. Career expectations. Mostly in countries like Japan and South Korea, societal pressures and workplace expectations further complicate the decision to have children. The expectation to excel professionally can create a conflict for women who desire both a successful career and a family. This societal pressure contributes significantly to the decision-making process regarding family planning, as women weigh their aspirations against the realities of motherhood. In response to these challenges, various countries have implemented a range of policies aimed at boosting birth rates. These initiatives encompass financial incentives for families, subsidized childcare, and parental leave policies designed to make parenting more manageable while allowing parents to maintain their careers. For instance, in Japan, the government offers a childbirth lump sum allowance of 500,000 yen, approximately $4,500, to help cover the costs associated with childbirth. Additionally, monthly child allowances are provided to families based on the age of their children, with payments varying from 5,000 yen for infants to 15,000 yen for third-born children under 3 years old. Similarly, South Korea has introduced a variety of financial incentives, including cash bonuses for families with multiple children and subsidies for childcare services. These efforts are intended to alleviate the financial burdens associated with raising children and encourage couples to expand their families. However, despite these well-intentioned measures, even such financial incentives have shown limited success in reversing declining birth trends. This suggests that deeper societal changes may be necessary, such as altering workplace cultures to better support families and addressing entrenched gender roles that hinder women's choices. The exploration of fertility trends in wealthy nations reveals a multifaceted issue. The demographic shifts we are witnessing pose significant challenges, including potential labor shortages and increased economic strain on social welfare systems. Yet, within these challenges lies a unique opportunity for societies to adapt and innovate. By embracing comprehensive policies that not only provide financial incentives, but also foster supportive environments for families, we can create a future where raising children is not seen as a burden, but as a valued and attainable goal. The solutions that nations implement today will shape the demographic landscape of tomorrow, influencing everything from economic stability to societal well-being. If you found this discussion insightful and wish to stay informed on similar topics, please subscribe and share this video with others who might be interested. Thank you for watching.